All right. No, I wish I could be in Stockholm. I wish. I live in Dallas, Texas. I just cannot afford to make that trip at this time. I just don't have the budget for that, unfortunately. Hopefully next time. I got to, I didn't have to travel to go to DreamHack Dallas. So, I guess the trade-off is, unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to Stockholm. I wish I could. I really wish I could. FLP, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. I have 2 minutes to figure references. Thank you, Delay.
3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Okay. Let's get into map 1. As we're going to see both of our teams pulling out with the Orisa, but Sonder coming out with an interesting little wrinkle. As we see the Bastion once again emerge on the battlefield. Whoa, Alpha. Whoa. FLP was just saying hello. And once again, we're seeing the Curie alongside the Juno. This is another adaptation where we're not seeing the Brick as much in JP. Showing us why. First 2 kills of the series going to JP. At least final blows. Remember, Curie got a whole host of buffs. So slight buffs, but in like 3 different areas. One of which is just the lethality, is the recovery time. So the time it takes between the shot going out and being able to fire another kunai has come down. Essentially rate of fire increase. As we're going to get Bumblebee, drop it in the assault configuration. AKA Sonder, I love that skin. Kurama was not a fan though. Kurama said, I'm going to put Bumblebee into pieces. 30% on the board here for Snus to kick things off. Central AP and Spirited caught in the corner, and good guys will get the flip. A container rush coming in here from good guys right out of the gate. Tissue Maker just muscles through with their own Kitsune and an assault configuration Bastion. Oh man, Snus Reloaded was not dissuaded at all. Good guys are coming back here with a couple else to work with, but there's a few on the other side as well. Both blades ready to go. Right after he's going to drop the escort good guys in. As the artillery strike was thrown in from the other side, but it's Central AP coming up with not 1 but 2 kills. Depsy low, and it's looking like a third is inevitable. You betcha. Yes, sir. Bobtail, as my grandfather would say. Snus Reloaded now at 65%. You got it, Trash Patty. You got it. I'm going to be plugging the hell out of those pugs. I think they're amazing and good for the community. And yeah, hopefully it'll be beneficial to everybody. I don't know how much reach the video is going to get, so I don't know that Commander X needs my help getting people into pugs. But, definitely want to give credit where credit's due. 1-for-1 trade here off the Blade and the Terra Surge. Sonder's able to find effort. Here comes Kurama back with a Blade of their own. Trying to get through the Bastion, but the Suzu is there to keep them alive. And the peel from Central AP there to help out with that damage. Kitsune Rush thrown in here at 99% just to protect the point. Doesn't look like Depsy's going to get close. Snus Reloaded on track to take a 1-0 lead here on Lijiang Tower. Just a little bit of cleanup on the back end right after he dancing around the window. Tissue Baker will bring him down. Still rocking the Bastion and the Genji. Our Snus reloaded alongside the Kiri with the Juno. Once again, Rodati is sticking with the Lucio here on the backside. I mean, you got some environmental kill opportunities. I don't think Sound Barrier is as strong, but you know what? Lucio does have the ability to go in and play off of those flanks alongside Kurama. Rod FD showing the power of the Lucio in particular here. What, 3, 4 for Rod FD in that fight? Lucio go burr. That's a lie. Snus reloaded. Looks like they're going to push around towards the elevators here for this next one, aka White Rim. They are actually elevators. That's why I call them elevators. Oh. Another mean spear right out of the gate. Yeah, it just kind of threw off the timing. That one spear kind of threw off the timing of that dive. Tissue Baker ends up mismatched and brought down. Central Apen low. Suzuyu trying to back away with the jab spin, but the pressure is just mounting here. And good guys are relentless in their pursuit of these exit picks. JP does have a Kitsune and Orbital Ray available here for Snus Reloaded, pushing back in, but support ults on the other side. Also have a Deadeye you have to contend with while trying to push in. Could be used to devalue either one of these support ults. We are going to get the Orbital Ray invested first. Effort backing up. His wheels are down out of Sonder. They push around the corner. Central Apen going around the other side. Flashbang misses. Effort goes down. No Deadeye into this fight. Kurama's got to pull up the Blade Sound Barrier and Container Rush invested here from good guys. They're not able to find much with it. Central is low, and a kill onto that Orisa would do it, but they're not able to bring him down. The Orisa stands tall. In fact, it's Depsy that falls after the Gatling gun from Sonder just puts the business in, puts the work in against the Orisa. Central Apen staying tall through all of that. Flip comes through. Yeah, I was busy yesterday, Trash Panda. I had so much fun. Even just that one match, I had so much fun. I am going to be there for as many of those pugs as possible. If anything, just to see this lowly gold player take on all these high-level players. There's something entertaining in that. There's got to be, right? Sonder dropping the artillery strike into the backlit. It looks like they hit the tree to that and still did some damage. Interesting interaction there. Wheels down. There are actually wheels on the Bumblebee skin, too, which is amazing. As opposed to, like, treads. With Sonder dead, it was just a quick retreat there. Good guys at 90%. So, one chance, one opportunity for Snus to take this back, and they've got to hold on to it flawlessly if they want to take the map here on Garden, or Gardens. That's the Deadeye out of effort. Dodges the spear there. Nice little just shimmy of the shoulder. Terror Surge invested from Central Apen. Effort and Rod both caught. Jonte trying to stay alive along the outside as Depsy throws in a Terror Surge on the point, but Tissue Baker is... Well, I don't know. There was some clever pun there with tissues. I couldn't quite find it. Kurama picks up two. Is still hanging out. Kurama goes down. All right, so that was the first fight needed from Snus Reloaded. They still got to hold on for two more. That's the Blade coming out from Tissue Baker. Sound Barrier in to help defend against it, and Effort's already picked up too. Jonte will eventually go down, but that is a Kitsune rush and a rapid-fire effort, pouring shots in. With 7 health left, the torpedoes will finish them off, but Kurama's Blade late in the fight. And Snus do not win that second one they needed. This is looking like we're headed on over to Control Center to decide this first map. Although JP made it back onto the point, you also have Sonder here on a Tracer as well. It's about time for Central Apen to return. Reinforcements are starting to mount. Good guys not able to cleanly close this out, and Saunders got to pick onto Rod FD. Reinforcements are starting to show up, and Tissue Baker with a dash through, and Jonte is down. Suddenly, this has flipped on its head as good guys let this win slip through their fingers on the back of this point, although it's not done yet. We got one more fight. Very little to work with as far as ultimates. Sony could have the only one and the map winner. Oh, but you got to get it off first. Effort with a beautiful pick. Oh my goodness, the most important kill you could have possibly found here to open up this final fight on this round. And good guys systematically just break this one down. It wasn't even so much of an engagement as a dismantling. And good guys send us to control center. Peeked into gold, got absolutely hard carried on Eichenwald. Yeah, I got hard carried on that Runasapi match, I'll tell you what. Hey, it was still fun. It was still a lot of fun. I'll keep an eye out for that video. Coming soon. Coming real soon. You ever thought what would happen if a gold player took on an OWCS player? You can find out. Never mind the fact that I got hard carried. Good guys swinging back there on map too. Very back and forth where they almost let that entire map slip through their fingers, but they hang on. They come back in that final map in a convincing way to close it out. And this is just a brawl here to kick things off. It looks like both the Reeses were looking at the back line. Depsy turns around and eventually puts all of attention on his central A-pan. Good wall up will prevent the retreat from Depsy, and it looks like they got Rod FD caught in that as well. Beautiful energy javelin for that final blow. And a good start here for Snus Reloaded, although Jonte looking to bring this back. The wall has trapped both DPS players in. Jonte breaks it down and gets the Suzu in while Kurama heads to the stairs. And good guy will not allow Snus to move up to door and try to hold the choke. They're able to buy some space, although JP with a really important pick, able to find that kunai onto Effort's dome. Here comes the backup from Rod FD, and Depsy and good guys are pushing right back in this thing despite being down a player. Kurama's going to even the odds, but Depsy falls. And this is going to be Snus Reloaded continuing to build percentage, as they just have Kurama and Rod FD left. Kurama beating Tissue Baker to Blade by about 20%. Kitsune rush thrown into this. So far, they're not able to get anything. In fact, it gets completely shut down. One ult is all you need, apparently. Actually, Timisoini did invest the Orbital Ray into that as well. So, I take it back. Orbital Ray still very strong, despite some nerfs to it in recent days. Kurama with a Blade is found too, and Depsy forced some people back there with the Terror Surge. Another very broken fight here. 3v3 moving on to this objective. Kitsune rush invested there from JP. A fast fire and eraser. Spear's a little off the mark, but man, with all that pressure, it definitely slows the roll of good guys as they push back in. And it's going to get Snus Reloaded up to 80%. Deadeye throw it in. Ooh, there's the drop hit from Tissue Baker. The stun at the tail end of it saves Tissue Baker's life. Tissue Baker dashed into the wall. They did not get out, but that spear out of Central A-Pan completely keeps him on top. Not a moment too soon. Central A-Pan with a pair of kills to finish this off. And this is going to be Snus Reloaded, moving up to 1-0 here in your upper bracket finals. Wait a minute, wait a minute. 100% got to be the YouTube title. Make that OWCS clickbait work for you. Oh, what, the gold player versus OWCS player? I mean, that's kind of the... It's kind of the highlight. It's kind of the highlight of that video. There's some good stuff in there. There's some fun interactions. Yeah, it's got to be something like that. It's got to be something like that. Oh, let's get some background music for you. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. All right, we at least go the distance as far as 3 rounds. Man, but once we got to control center, Snus Reloaded just completely took over, didn't they? Whew. And it looked like good guys were going to kind of be able to fight their way back. You know, they muscle their way into that, you know, where they kind of at least get inside a control center. They never let Snus completely take control of the choke. I mean, and did good. Genji needs a nerf. But did good to not allow them to take choke, but they weren't able to push it that step further. You know, it was always broken fights by the time they got the objective. You know, they muscle through, but they lose 2, they pick up 2, so it ends up like a 3v3 fight on the objective, and they're just at an ultimate mismatch at that point in that particular engagement. So, I mean, Snus really taking over on control center. It does mean it'll be good guys' map pick as we head into map number 2. I'll give you 3 guesses where we're going. It's not Numbani. Okay. Snus Reloaded choosing to stay on the attack, so no side swaps needed here. Ooh, okay. We are getting... Lucid is coming in for Central APAN. So a little change in that tank line. We saw Lucid playing yesterday. I think for all 3 maps of memory serves. I could be mistaken on that. I just did a quick rewatch as I was kind of prepping this morning. You know, which means I was watching some, but I was also doing Photoshop stuff and, you know, kind of looking up and checking on comps and checking on results, but not like staring intently at the entire series, right? I didn't have time for all of that. But, so I could be mistaken. But from what I remember, Lucid was in for all 3 maps yesterday and played the Zarya for most of it. In that 3-0 over Super Confident. All right, let's get into King's Row. Time for map 2. Oh, shoot, I didn't change the playoff round up top, did I? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. This is upper bracket finals. There we go. Sutter back into the Bumblebee. Of course we're going to see King's Row again, Trash Panda. And we're going to get Runasapi for map 3. I told you that's our map pool. Lijiang, King's, Runasapi. That is the map pool. Ooh, effort. Not able to let the headshot there keep Tissue Baker at bay. Just a body shot, not enough to dissuade them from dashing on through. Finding that pick. Now right on top of John Tate. Ooh, misses. Doesn't miss the second time, though. 2 picks there for Tissue Baker to kick things off. This is looking like a one and done on point A. Although, might be time for a recontest. We'll see if there's any late picks that come through. Kurama almost came out through house. Good guys are still missing Jonte in this fight. We'll see if they want to try to push in. They do. Ooh, Lucid body block for a moment. The bubble onto Saunder to keep them alive through it. You can hear shots from Effort pouring in. And eventually Saunder does drop, but they trade out for Dempsey on this front line. And Lucid, who is on this Zarya, by the way, as we saw yesterday, 95 charge and still here to take over. Tissue Baker low, forced out of this fight, though. And the heals are too good. So far, Effort has been able to stand tall while Kurama drops the pulse bomb into the back and gets the follow-up onto Tissue as well. What a retake there at 97.9% out of good guys. JFT is going to go ahead and invest this Kitsune and rush under the back of his fight. Lucid with 100 charge. Trying to stay in it, but even the double bubbles aren't enough. And the defense holds again through what felt like a pretty rushed second engagement coming out here from Snus Reloaded. Orbital Ray now coming in from the defense. Oh, the grab is invested into that, but there's so much healing over that grab. I mean, Tissue Baker has to sacrifice themselves to get one. Depsy in deep, eats a purple, but finds JP, then just bails out under the cover of Bob. Here comes Lucid trying to follow up. Yeah, everybody's kind of bundled up into the corner, and Jonte gets hit by one of those artillery shells. Sunder towards the corner to find one. And there's no chance for a disengage where you can take here. There's just not enough percentage to give. One-on-one for the flankers on the inside. Karama low, while Lucid turns attention on to effort to bring them down. Karama's still alive here. Oh, never mind. Reinforcements showing up. Both the healers are back. Not enough to keep Depsy alive. Not through the onslaught of Saunders Bastion. Oh, I probably should have gotten the effort pod there, huh? Tissue Baker with this blade. The dash in over the top. Oop! Drop down into the house. Here comes Depsy with the blade. Or with the jab spin. And nothing gets done. Right after he actually pushes forward with a Kitsune Rush. Now here comes the Nano Boost landing onto Tissue, but they're forced out. Backed away as the Kitsune Rush just devalues several ultimates at once. Lucid low, hiding behind the phone booth. Blocks the spear with the bubble. There's the swift step in from JP, and it ends up just being a fatal move. Tissue fighting a kill. Wow, Kitsune Rush just used just to clean off his high ground. Although with a kill on the Depsy and Jonte, absolutely 100% totally worth. You're getting past Bookstore now. This will set up for this final fight on the corner. One where we're going to have both DPS Soul and Terra Surge available for this defense. Grav catches Jonte. Artillery strike over the top. Orbital Ray to try to survive. Throw it. Oh, yeah. The artillery strike right on top of the Grav, though. Depsy doesn't get the jab spin in the air in time. But that Bob was perfectly positioned. He just stuck it, like, right underneath Lucid's armpit. That Bob had so much damage. So much value. And will lead to a fight win here from the defense. Bucko 6 left for Snus Reloaded to get anything done here on Kings. Kurama already hiding up in the high ground and aggressive positioning here out of Rod FD as well. Swap from Lucid off of the Zarya. Goes over to the Malga. They're at least aware of Kurama's position up on that high ground. That was a Terra Surge thrown in from Depsy. They've got a low Timosoni, but can't quite pull it out. Now Tissue Baker with one pick already under their belt. 98 to Blade. Trying to hunt down the Ash. Opts to go for Rod FD up on that high ground instead. Clear off the flank. Done. Move down to try to find the Ash. Nowhere to be found. The Ash moved on to the point. Try to hold. Kurama running away. I think wants to try to stall. Pulse? Nope. Depsy makes it back to deny that second point cap. Forcing Snus Reloaded to have to fight for it, but Depsy immediately goes down. Effort looking not long for this world either, and that's going to be the cap. Good guy's not able to get any ults or anything out there for that final little push, so it just ends up adding more into Sonder and Lucid's ult charge. The rest were already ready to go. We're already ready to go. That wasn't redundant or anything. We're all ready to go. All right, we heard the air sirens there for a moment. Kitsune thrown in immediately. Let's go check out this blade from Tissue Baker. Into the back line. They've already got one. Oh, yeah, even a Gold Orisa. It still does so much damage. Not immune. Lucid now has cage fight to try to close this out. Interrupted. The cage completely denied by the Spear of Depsy. Now running into a Kitsune rush, though. I don't know if it's going to be enough to hold the line. Lucid's already killed one back off screen. And Tissue Baker will mow down the Orisa. Yante, okay. Okay. As opposed to Jante, it's Yante. Good to know, D-Cruz. Thank you. Thank you. I had no idea. I had no idea. Okay. I appreciate that. What a crazy spear, though. How often do you see cage fight interrupted by a jab spear? I appreciate that very much, genuinely, D-Cruz. And if I'm ever getting pronunciations wrong, please put them in chat. I want to get it right. I really do. Sonder is flirting with disaster. They're continuing to re-peak effort. Headshot onto Lucid. Lucid is super low. Kurama trying to go in and follow that up. But Lucid is charged and the heals are there. So, despite a hold your breath moment there for Lucid, they're able to back out and get topped up. That's jab spin and deflect used. Now Sonder's going to turn the corner. Oh, it's so much damage. It was the stacking of deflect and jab spin that I think was a slight mistake, perhaps a miscommunication on cooldown usage there on the good guys. They eventually just run into all of that business coming out from Sonder, yeah. Early exchange from Kurama and Sonder up on that high ground. Tissue Baker is trying to push. Ooh, we're getting a bit of a hotel push. So an aggressive move from Lucid and the rest of Snus, but they leave Sonder vulnerable to this shot from Effort. So they try to rotate back around through Hotel. Meanwhile, Effort on the high ground takes down Timisoini. JP falls as well. As we get to some Yante Pov. And I'm doing that just to remind myself that it is Yante. Learning. I am learning. That's why I need y'all's help, friends. I like learning. I never claim to be perfect. I just claim to love Overwatch. You got a Terror Surge available here. Oh, and Depsy tried to get in an ambitious position to maybe blitzkrieg with the Terror Surge. It ends up being a lot of support ults thrown into this, and then the Terror Surge finally comes out. Sonder cut down by it, and it looks like the double support. I mean, God, that was all 4 support ults just layered on top of each other. Dempsey had the willingness to throw in the Terror Surge amongst it. Or the wherewithal. I'm not quite sure which. Does mean grab is still available here for Lucid. 3:42 on the clock. Thunder up over the top. Whoa, let's go check on that. Oh, that'll work. Lucid goes down. Not sure what happened to that grab. I thought we might be able to see it from the artillery strike, but it didn't quite work out that way. And good guys haven't had to invest anything. So, you know, that ult advantage from the tank, not going to be enough. A lot happening in chat. I'm not exactly sure. I definitely missed something on that one. Grama can't work through JP. JP low in the back, but does get topped off. Oh, Tissue Baker doesn't even get a chance to pull out the sword. Rod FD cuts him down before the katana even leaves the sheath. Defense caps with 4 minutes to go. Still holding on to an orbital as well. Could get him this corner right here. Lucid once again off at the Zarya onto the Malga here for this third objective. Push in. Think they might have a 1v2. Oh, but Kurama says bring it on. Takes Tissue Baker down before Lucid even shows up. Now Lucid is stuck inside. Uses the cardiac overdrive to get up, but is running right into an orbital array. Dueling orbital arrays over this point. As Dempsey throws the Terror Surge amidst the Kitsune Rush in the back. As all the support ults start to fade. We're looking at Lucid surrounded. Oh, but who's stuck in here with who? All right, Lucid does eventually get cut down. How is Tissue Baker still alive back there? How is Tissue Baker still alive? There you go. But I mean, that move bought so much time. Sonder gets a pick through this. So good guys are now down in, not down in numbers totally, but are not 5 strong. Still, they invest Kitsune Rush here to try to survive the cage. Lucy's just going to go ahead and drop that cage fight. Up to the high ground goes Kurama and Rod FD. Tissue Baker will get the kill onto Rod FD. Oh, but Kurama doubles down, finding both supports there on the other side. Just Lucid and Tissue Baker left here on this point to try to stall out this clock, of which there's plenty of time left here for good guys.
Objective A.
1 minute on the clock. Here for Snus, reloaded to move up to match point. Get something done. This Hottie Theory proved sure here. I don't know. That is 3 times the time bank for this good guy's defense. Lucid already under a lot of pressure, and this is looking like statue control. Firmly under control of good guys in a very aggressive position. Rod FD gets cut down, though. They get punished for trying to play so far up close on this statue and are now missing a big portion of this support line. Effort goes down as well. 5v3. And Snus Reloaded move on to this objective. Cooldowns used to get everybody else safely. Definitely time for a recontest here from Good Guys. We saw it here on their first defense, and we're getting Snus Reloaded trying to prevent history from repeating itself here. Still not able to find that kill as Dempsey moves back in. Deontay's back into this fight, speeding everybody in. Torpedoes, max value, hitting a lot of people on that one. Tissue Baker headed into the back. JP already forced to use their immortality on themselves, and Karama's picked up that kill. Dempsey low on the outside. Nobody's on the point! Nobody's on the point!
Score 3-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
It was looking so good. It was looking so good for Snus Reloaded. This guy said there's nobody behind. He lied. Alright. Listen on the Zarya. Try to put up a 3-minute full hold. Put a Snus on match point. We didn't even get a chance to test Hottie Theory. You have to actually go into overtime to test Hottie Theory. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. A lot of guns pointed at Lucid here on the back of Hotel. The energy javelin misses. Lucid knows they have to keep as many toes on this point as possible. But Dempsey overextends. Finds themselves behind the defense entirely and gets gunned down. So, 1 of the 3 minutes eaten off of this clock here from Snus Reloaded. Kurama low, forced out. Yeah, chased down. I didn't see who got the initial damage, but I know who got the final blow. There's no way you're going to deflect through that beam. It's going to be another retreat. Half this time eaten up. I thought they were about to grab. I thought Lucid was about to grab for sure. Deontay with the orbital ray. He's going to throw that out immediately after a rotation in through Hotel. Effort dropping an overclock into this fight as well. Both teams are missing a player, and Timisoide gets one while the grab is out. Oh, I don't even know if you needed that orbital, Timisoide. It was orbital and Kitsune Rush and grab invested here from Snus Reloaded. Was it an overinvestment? You still have both DPS ults ready to go. Same cannot be said for the other side. But this Kitsune Rush could be the difference maker. Terror Surge thrown in. Start things off. Tissue Baker's already picked up 1. Picks up 2. Picks up 3. Tissue Baker. Oh, no. Oh, no. Both DPS ults are invested in. Good Guys is out. They don't get a chance to use the Kitsune Rush. One last time. Actually, this is not drawable. There is 61% on the board. This is not drawable. Kitsune rushes out. Kurama with the blade. Effort's already found Tissue Baker. There's the pressure in onto Lucid. And it looks like good guys might just get it done. It took him until the final second, but that's a lot of staggers coming through. No chance for a retake. And wow. A hairy King's Row. We do end up all knotted at the end of it.
Play of the game.
Whew. I thought for a moment that this was going to be a 2-0. I thought good guys were going to squander that incredible time bank, but they do not. They do not. And that slight, I mean, we saw the overinvestment there from the defense. They had nothing to fend off that Kitsune rush for that final fight. I call it an overinvestment. It's just they spent 3 ultimates in that the third to last fight, and then spent both their DPS ults in the second to last fight, leave themselves empty for that final fight. Still had the Kitsune rush ready to go. Woo! By the hairs of their chinny chin chin. Good guys take map 2. They're saying Suravasa. I thought push was map 3. But then again, I thought Flashpoint was map 4, and we went to Escort for map 4 in the last series, so. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so we're getting Central Apan coming in the support role, and Timasoni is headed into the DPS role. Tissue Baker is coming out. So Lucid staying in his tank, but we are getting Central Apan subbed in. Yep, and there's the call that it is actually pushed from map 3. Sappy it is. So the map pool holds. Effort, can we just go Paris instead? I don't think you want to do that. Do you remember how bad Paris was? I mean, I know we didn't even play Paris like for the last couple years of Overwatch 1. Sakura saying, let's go HLC. I want to see 2 Genjis fight in 0 Grav. Yeah, where is Prashy? Good question. Prashy should be here. I agree wholeheartedly, Trash Panda. At the very least, Prashy should be in this chat, hanging out. Who do we want the India buff for? Ooh, that's a good question. Who do we want the India buff for? I'll leave that up to y'all. I am not biased. I love all of our players and all of our teams. All right. Let's get into map 3. All tied up in your upper bracket finals. Winner moves on to grand finals. Loser will go face super confident. They're in your lower bracket finals. That will be taking place tomorrow. All right. Let's get into map 3. Home of the Twin Bulls, sitting on rooftops, more solar panels than you can shake a stick at, and Cafe Bull Skunk. That's Ritasapi.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
All right. Junker Queen here out at Depsy. Lucid going over to the Zarya once again. Timasoni pulling out a May. Just a little bit of a wrinkle we haven't seen yet from this team just here today. Yeah, that was a sentence, I swear. Oh, ow. And that's the extra power from Effort's cast. Put on display right out of the gate. Woo! But you see the high octane Bastion lighting up the feed with Jonte going down early. And I think you take that trade. So Timasoni moving on the DPS rolls. First to die, but is the sacrificial lamb here for Snus Reloaded to win this first fight and get some early percentage here on the bot. Timasoni? Timasoni. Is that not what I said? Timasoni. So, oh my goodness, that is a tough one. Timasoni. All right, all right. I think that's what I intended to say. I probably just didn't come out right. That's a really good phonetic spelling, though. I really like that. Ooh. Yeah, Effort tried to push in aggressively around this right-hand side and just gets absolutely mowed down. Timasoni was not having any of it. And Central, all right. It's the first time I've seen Central Juno, by the way. Cast a lot of mythical minions. Ever seen the Central Apan Juno? Got a pair of final blows there that last fight. Keep an eye on Kurama here. Early pulse into the back. Not going to land. Saunders able to drop Whale. Central Apan's able to drop Effort. Ooh, Gatling gun pointed inside. Rod FD falls as well. Now you just have a couple of players here. It looks like Yante and Depsy just kind of stuck on this outside. Kurama does blink in to join them. Ooh! And JP gets caught trying to bite off more than they can chew, moving in there with Timasoni. Timasoni had the dash out, but JP did not swift step in time. Lucid is close to this grab. Artillery strike. Be thrown right into a Depsy. Just gets blown to smithereens. The artillery strike hits them in the head threefold. Kurama was caught in that as well. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying it's more like Timo? Timasoni, not Timasoni. Maybe that's where the mistake on my part came in. Huge rampage. Yeah, just a gargantuan ultimate there out of Depsy. Well, I was so concentrated on the Soini part of that name, maybe I was getting the Timo wrong. I was saying Timo, like Tim. Like the name Timothy. There are some who call me Timo Noise. Orbital Ray here to try to defend against the blade of Team Inoue. Team Soine. God, wow. Wow.
Pushing the barricade.
Now it's just stuck in my subconscious. Like, I'm never going to get it right. Good guys, finally getting. Get out the door. Get me out the door. Hello, some significant percentage for the first time. Kitsune rush thrown into the back. Effort is absolutely surrounded here. Still manages to fend him off, waits out the bubble, and gets the kill with the Deadeye. Team of Soine is able to get one in over the top. The dash in, oh, just floating in the air, pouring shurikens there into Yante. It's a big 2-for-2 trade, though. Good guys do not get the checkpoint. Okay, they do. Huge ult advantage here for Snus Reloaded. Most notably, that orbital ready to go. Dangerous move there out of good guys as they're trying to stage to fight in this long street. Not a whole lot of cover to work with, but they managed to find that kill onto Lucid. Lucid just stays peeked around that corner for entirely too long. And despite the ult advantage, despite the orbital ray advantage on the other side, it's 2 fights in the neutral for good guys. They're able to get the checkpoint and more. 60 meters and counting on the board. Okay, that was just kind of cool the way that camera angle worked out. That was how it was supposed to work the first time when I was looking at the graph. Anyway, okay. That one's successful. It's almost like Temu. Right. I assume I'm saying Temu correct in that instead. The TEA, I mean, that helps. I don't know, would it have been TEE? Okay, never mind. I'm overanalyzing now. JP hit by the rampage. Orbital Ray thrown in here from Central Japan. Around this corner, Depsy did push way into the back line, but Saunders able to get the trade in for JP. Saunders is being pressured here, and what was it, 2v2? Central Apan can't keep him up. These Karamas now trying to see if they can find more. Bubble used onto Apan to keep them alive through that, and Lucid trying to strike back here. Make sure that Snus Reloaded can stay on top here in this fight. 3:15 left on the clock. Ooh, who's stalling? Dante has this orbital if they need it. Ooh, they threw it inside. What a creative orbital. Nobody saw that coming. Trying to play in the Kitsune rush. I mean, Saunders still going to get picked apart here. I'm going to brilliantly place orbital there out of Yante. Got to go get the bot. Yeah, there's a little free meter. It snuck out. It also means that there's time for a recontest here. Snus Reloaded might make it back to this bot before they lose close spawns. Yeah, absolutely will. Team of Sunday, dropping the blade. Well, I mean, you get the sound barrier out from the other side. Grabbed, used as the sound barrier fades, and that's 2. Should be 3 kills lighting it up. Depsy hanging on a little bit longer than I anticipated, but will eventually go ragdoll. Snus Reloaded lose the closed spawns, but they don't lose any players. So it ends up being... Oh, they did lose 1, didn't they? Yeah. Lucid making that long run back after swapping over to an Orisa. But you do have this cool cut through from the water wheel, so... Ooh, besides that might be too dangerous. Ends up going through jump pad. That's close spawns picked up. Where did that orbital go? Oh, inside. Nice spade rain to get effort out of harm's way up on that high ground. Depsy does have a rampage ready to go as they turn the corner. Nothing on the other side. Ooh, I say that. Central does get the orbital up. Although, kind of useless during a rampage. I guess you still get the damage buff. Snus Reloaded playing very conservative here around this jump pad doorway. As they head up to the high ground, here comes Dempsey to follow him up. Oh, no! Oh, no! I don't know if that was a boop, a spear, or just a misplay. I think the Suzu was going to protect everybody anyway. Oh, but Dempsey just in a world of hurt now. Man, that's heartbreaking. That's absolutely heartbreaking for Dempsey. Oh. Oh. I'm crying on the inside. And a little bit on the outside. We've all been there, bud. That would hurt. That would hurt. Still got an orbital ray and a pulse bomb here to work with. Grandma looks to head out the window. JP's a tough target to try to throw a pulse on to. Concerning Rush thrown in, so JP can turn their attention the other direction. Yante did invest this orbital over the top and has already got one, make it two. Yante falling into the back. Dempsey's down. It's a 1v2. Yante tries to decide how they want to handle this. They're going to run into a Bastion. Oh, ow. Deadeye now up overtime. Good guys have a long ways to go. Oh, they can't quite find that kill. Karama wanted Saunders so bad. Rod FD cannot stick around in this cart. Effort rotating in to try to anchor as Saunders going to throw the artillery strike right on top of TS1. Dempsey down to half health before they even get a chance to move on to this point. Snus Reloaded will move up to match, one map away from moving to the grand finals. I figured that had to be a spear, right? It had to be an energy javelin that hit before the Q was pressed, right? So that they jumped up the jump pad and get hit by the spear and get knocked back and then try to hit Rampage. Because my initial thinking was it couldn't have been a spear because the spear would have canceled the Rampage, but the spear hit first, pushed back, and then they Rampage into the side of the ledge and dropped down. Woo! An unfortunate turn. And it kind of signaled the beginning of the end there for good guys on map 3. Okay, it has officially been decided it is Escort here for map number 4. So I think most teams are playing Flashpoint for map 4 until this. Ooh. Dempsey's asking for a little WPG here for map number 4. All right. Getting set up. Played a little D&D after this. Oh, I've been looking forward to that all week. It's been a wild and woolly week. Almost caught up. I've gotten a lot of those matches archived. I've been working really, really hard. Like, I swear, I've just been putting in massive hours trying to get all of Season 3 Face It League matches archived onto my YouTube. I'm going to put these matches up as well. Oh, yeah, absolutely want this to be a Map 5 banger. Absolutely, I would love to see good guys send this to map 5. I agree with you, Trash Fan. It's just to get more fantastic Overwatch. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that in the slightest. But yeah, been working really, really hard to get all the Face It League matches archived and up to the YouTube. As I was saying, I will put these NEL matches up as well. So these final 4 matches from the Season 1 playoffs will end up on my YouTube. I'll probably go ahead and do those sooner than later just to get them up and behind me and done. So I'll try to get these up for you. I mean, like, shoot, hopefully by Monday. I don't know. It's going to make for an interesting... Week 7 from Face It League is around the corner. It's a little bit slower. All the master divisions are done, so we won't have as many matches. It'll give me an opportunity to kind of catch up on some of that stuff. So it may take about halfway through the week before I get the NEL matches uploaded to my YouTube, but I'll get them up there sooner rather than later. And that's one of the big... I felt so behind in getting Face It League matches uploaded. I was struggling to kind of move on and start doing more fun stuff and building the second channel. So I feel I'll be able to kind of point all my guns towards future content once I get up to date with archiving all of the official matches, and we can start really trucking, moving forward, and doing this content creator thing. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, if I can get some successful videos out there, it just means I can stay doing this and cover more T3 grassroots Overwatch. All right, let's get into map 4. Oh, what a camera angle I put that on. Not terrible, just unusual. Oh, one of the best skins in the game. Love the Aces. Was it Fly High or Aces High? Whichever one. I think it's Flying High. One of my favorite skins in the game. The very first Overwatch League Championship skin. And I got it on that initial release. Been rocking that Winston skin since 2019. None of this re-release stuff. We are getting Lucid sticking with the Zarya here. Interesting look for Watchpoint Gibraltar. So, Team of Sony is crucial with these Symmetra teleports to be able to keep this high ground under control. Jonte's anti-cleanse there from JP, and Lucid's able to maintain presence here on this corner. Try to push out on the center box. Ooh, even putting shots down Jonte's direction back on blue. So Dempsey moves in to hold card. Actually coming back in. A good boop onto Sonder, but still not going to be enough. Sonder just rolls on into server room. Saunters, dare I say. All right, Kurama moving back. Just try to stop some movement on this cart. Let's go check it on Lucid. Lucid's taking a lot of damage as they just round the corner up here on the top. We'll push Dempsey all the way into cover. Turn around and try to help Team Hosoni with that Kurosawa down low with that Tracer. Checking on an effort here on the high ground. Yep, there you go. Good timing on that one. Had JP low, but they do get topped off. Still, it's so tough just to put into this incredible amount of damage coming from the high ground. Now, Jonte and Dempsey are low. The nano boost goes on to Dempsey. We'll put an extra 300 health points in their pocket, along with some damage mitigation as well. More like damage resistance, but is that damage resistance enough to fought off a Bastion? No, hell no! Not a chance in hell! Grab up top. Oh, yeah, they're going to get the artillery strike with it. Beautiful Suzu, though, as Rod FD just negated 2 ultimates with 1 cooldown. Now you've got both DPS ults Well, I mean, defense aren't going to invest anything yet. Orbital Ray just to turn around this corner. That was a nice look at that walkway. Let's see if we can actually get a look at some action here. Bob thrown in just as Effort gets hit by a torpedo. Like, Effort knew that was coming. It was like, wait, let me send in some backup. Kurama low, Dempsey playing on the outside. Dempsey's going to jump in with the Primal Rage, try to see if they can find Saunders, lose track of him for a moment, get a couple of more good swats in with those big old Winston fists. It's not enough to fend off this attack. Saunders wheels down here on the back of the point. JP looking for exits. There's one. Oh, couldn't get the third shot in. Unlucky. Unlucky, JP. No idea where Kurama was. Clearly back behind camera somewhere, back in the hangar. Oh, what a cool bounce shot. That was neat. Like, almost hit Effort with that. Putting in the mathematical equations there. A lot of ults available for this defense, not the least of which is this Nano ready to go. Dempsey making a swap over. The Nano Diva moving in, using the Kitsune Rush. Both support ults thrown out here, but uh-oh! Timo's managed to sneak into your backline, found Effort with that Death Blossom. Orbital Strike will at least get Dempsey off the high ground. The other two are thrown in onto the Ana in the backline. Neither are going to land, but they do push good guys into a corner. Dempsey now trying to see if they can escape from that. Kurama goes over to a Mei. Orbital Ray invested here from the attacking Snus reloaded, but a big Bio Nade devalues a lot of that. Central Apan has to just back up into cover, but Lucid moves forward, finds that kill on the Kurama, and that's the cap with 3.5 left in the bank.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
The unusual Zarya pick on Watchpoint Gibraltar. How often have you seen, I don't mean just in recent men, I mean across the breadth of 8 years of Overwatch. How many times have you seen a Zarya here on Watchpoint Gibraltar? I mean, I was literally, it's funny that Lucid pulls out that pick. Actually, both teams are pulling out the Hawk. Because I think the last time I saw Zarya on Watchpoint Gibraltar was Overwatch 1 Hog Zarya meta. That's the last time I can remember seeing a Zarya on this map. Maybe Double Bubble, but it's been since there were 2 tanks on the battlefield for sure. Did we get some sort of hog pack I didn't know about? No. At least not publicly. Maybe in like a private Discord, they're like, let's just play hog. Because both teams have opted in. What is this? Nice sleep. Yeah. That's a Life Weaver. And a wicked skin. God, that's... Life Weaver looks terrifying when you start putting, like, weird glowy eyes with no pupils on them. Teemo? Teemo? Teemo... Don't move. Sunder won't see me. That was an interesting move to move the flower petal up, kind of trying to create an aerial shield. That was kind of cool. Very creative. Teemo's able to find one. This cart almost just gets CNI'd. Oh, that was dangerously close to another Charlie Niner. Lucid off of the hog has had enough of the big bacon. Decides it's time for some Malga. Changing the scrap gun for chain guns. Slow fall. Juno falling like she's in zero grav is hilarious. Ooh, that is a huge mismatch there for Depsy. I mean, good move. Oh no! It gets killed by the trap. All right. Depsy off the Roadhog in their own right. Over to the Winston here. We're going kosher here on Watchpoint Gibraltar. No more bacon. Sonder with an opening pick. Cage fight to hold in the nano Depsy. Depsy can't even get to the ground. That was an odd interaction and a great pedal. What a cool use of pedal just to help control blue box. Oh, I thought that Junkrat mine was gonna get it. I saw the mine go in an effort kind of fall to the air. I thought for sure there was just gonna be like, you know, the stars colliding there. Lucid robbed us of that awesome moment with a beautiful shot. Sonder with sights up. 45 on the clock. There for good guys to do something to Watchpoint Gibraltar. Try to force this map 5. That would be all so much like to see. Effort with a good pick might be just the ticket. That's a big old head there on Lucid. Both Kurama and Effort are able to drive damage right into that massive dome. All right, orbital ray in. Effort immediately finds Central Pan on the escape. Or on the emergence. Sure, something like that. Point picked up. Consider Rush invested here. And Sonder just absolutely popped. Trying to peek up close and personal like. Depsy coming in to body block Lucid. No escape there. Good guys are actually in a fairly good position, especially, I mean, not just with the fight win there on point A and how much space they've getting, but compositionally to really kind of take over here in the shuttle and send them into point C with a good amount of time left. Now, we are getting the swap out of Lucid onto the D to make sure and challenge this high ground. That was a tire popped there from Effort. Oh, Effort. Let's just get some Effort pop. Effort got a tire. Effort got both supports. I am late on getting to your POV, my friend, and I am so sorry about it. Up top, that's going to be the Wraith form forced out there from Depsy, who has not had to pop this Primal Rage. And good guys are, in fact, able to just kind of leverage early advantage into complete control over the second objective. Primal Rage will pick up the kill onto the Junkrat. Now goes into the back. Has JP caught in the corner. They're able to use a little fancy footwork. Escape death. Scoff in the face of fate and Depsy for that matter. Uh-oh, Kurama's just right over the top of him. Couldn't quite put it home. Jonte gets a nano boost. It's a nano zit on the point. Kurama is down. Discord thrown onto Lucid. Fluttering of the defense matrix there. Denies a lot of damage from the nano Jonte. Depsy makes it out with, I mean, how low was that? 50 health? 30 health? 60 seconds to go. I just said that, Athena. Thank you very much. 2 players here from the defense. Snus reloaded to make sure there's no entrance onto the shuttle. Kurama will run him off with some storm arrows. Even throws a couple down towards Lucid's direction. But Lucid does have this self-destruct online, so they can get very aggressive, knowing they've got a little bit of backup. 1-for-1 Trey, but Rod FD is down. It's just Zenyatta healing here to try to take this home with 30 seconds to go. Kurama moved up to the top. Effort is down, removing the sights from the battlefield. Kurama trying to jump back down low, covering their tracks with that scouting arrow. Dragons completely gobbled up as Lucid gets themselves a nice little dragon-sized snack. But the sleep dart land. I don't know if Lucid's going to get out of that. Oh, no! Sonder jumps in out of nowhere. Drops the emote. And I think that's just the series right there. Have a cookie, Sonder. All right, let's get back to the point. Dempsey does have a primal rage, and we're not done. We're not done, Sonder. Stop emoting and get back in the fight. Dempsey and Rod FD down. And that'll be the series. GG's all around. Snus Reloaded. Close it out here in the 3-1. We will see them in your grand finals tomorrow. Good guys are not done. They still have a lower bracket to fight through, where they're going to face, what was it, Super Confident. Tori and Zoro. They're in that Super Confident squad. Trying to make a run back through lower bracket. Jim is a ride map. That emote is also amazing. I need emotes. I need some good emotes, damn it. That's next on my list. That's next on my list in upgrading this channel. GG's, the Snus Reloaded. Let's get that 3rd point on the board for him. You betcha. With that, let's go take a look at your bracket. And just kind of, I don't know about y'all, I'm a visual person. I like it in the visual representation. Well, we haven't gotten the fully uploaded score. They'll get it there in just a moment. As you can see, here are 2 matches for the day. Both 3-1s with Super Confident. Sending Everfrog home. They're in our lower bracket round 2 match. And then Snus Reloaded. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, pardon me. Snus Reloaded. Moving on to the grand finals here with this 3-1 over Good Guys. Super Confident. Going to try to fight through. See if they can get that rematch against Snus Reloaded tomorrow.